Now, technical and vocational education and training, or TVET, is a crucial pathway for young Namibians to gain hands-on skills that prepare them for the workforce. Now, NamWater is opening applications for its January 2026 TVET intake, offering opportunities in fields like plumbing, electrical installation, carpentry, and more. Now, today we explore these opportunities with, that is, the Head of Public Relations and Corporate Communications at NamWater. That's a lot, Ndamanomhata. Lot, a very good morning to you, and thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much for hosting us.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Of course, NamWater is at the Ngwediva Annual Trade Fair as well. Just before we get into the details of your 2026 intake, how important is it for you to participate at this fair? And of course, how has this fair, added to your mandate as the national utility?
No, I think participation at a platform like the Ngwediva Trade Fair gives an opportunity to reach out to stakeholders which you won't necessarily be able to see on a daily basis. Also gives us an opportunity, especially to our retail clients that we have that are in the outside vicinities of town, for them to be able to come and pay their water bills. So an opportunity to engage also possible applicants to the TVET program that we have. But generally it also gives an opportunity to expand our reach and to engage beyond the normal means of engagement. I mean, when you look at Ngwediva Annual Trade Fair, it's not just about the inhabitants of Oshana, it's from all walks of life, the whole of the country. So it definitely gives us an opportunity to engage, gives us visibility, and also to see where we can also reach out to customers that we have never reached out, and also provide information. Some people are simply not interested in paying for water bill, but just interested in finding out more about the activities of NamWater, and also engage parents possibly who might be having their children who are thinking about studying, in terms of TVET programs.
Talking about, the TVET programs, of course, NamWater, and perhaps you'll provide more background as to when this initiative came about, but it's certainly become, a very crucial aspect of your operations, also looking at, your future employees. Talk to us about this program, and the impact it's had, but also looking ahead to the 2026 intake here.
Okay. No, well, I think that the most important thing is to highlight that the HRDC, that is the Human Resource Development Center of NamWater, was established in 1998. Mainly the first objective was to provide upskill and training to NamWater employees as a refresher course and training obviously over time, but the need then obviously arises that we should go beyond the NamWater employees, and then as a result of that today we're talking about that this center is accredited both by NQA as well as the National Training Authority with qualifications in terms of nationally recognized qualifications. This provide young people with an opportunity on-hand skills. It allows our employees to be able to attend to pipes when there are challenges, pipe-based, infrastructure disruptions, etc., and all those. But it also provides an opportunity for Namibians who are graduating from this program to become job creators themselves. Because today we are looking at, at the skill force. Namibia is busy building hospitals. We are busy building water infrastructure. We are busy building roads, and some of these skills do really need people who have the specific skills that are TVET skills are being offered at the HRDC, and also subsequently to other vocational training centers across the country.
And it speaks to the broader, national policies as well, focusing on technical and vocational education, keeping in line with, national development plans as well.
After all, we are a state-owned enterprise. We are subjected obviously to national development priorities.
Yes.
We must complement government. We don't operate in silos.
Absolutely.
Being a state-owned enterprise, obviously that is not geared at making money, but obviously we are at a cost recovery basis. But whatever is that we can do to complement government efforts definitely go a long way. This narrative that government should be responsible for everything entirely, it's not possible, and hence a state-created agency such as NamWater to ensure that it complements those initiatives. And it's a matter of fact, maybe sometimes we tend to say that, okay, fine, for instance, we are not receiving maybe subsidies on an yearly basis from government, but the fact that government has made 4 billion, for instance, available in terms of funding for infrastructure, for water sources, for instance, even in the absence of a subsidy, that still speaks volume that government made that money available. So it's our collective responsibility to ensure that the government does shine at the end of the day and ensure that it carries out its mandate.
Great stuff. For those interested in the TVET program, watching this interview right now, how can they go about applying and forming part of this TVET program?
Thank you very much for the question. The requirements are not that complicated. I think once we're looking for especially for the full-time course, this includes obviously carpentry, general electrical engineering, plumbing and pipe fitting. We're looking at water supply and sanitation, bricklaying as well as plastering. There are also some short courses which we have, but basically in a nutshell, it's, we're looking at must have a minimum of grade 10 to grade 12 with passes in English, mathematics, science, and pro-vocational subjects. for courses like heavy planned operation sort courses, valid driver's license, school certificate, Namibian ID and a CV are quite important. You must also then be able to attach, certified copies of your ID, birth certificate, school living certificate, and obviously proof of payment in terms of the application.
Fantastic.
And the application fee is only $55. These applications are obviously accessible both from the HRDC itself that finds itself on Gwadiva, where the emails can also be sent to receive a soft copy. Fantastic. But to bringing service much closer to the people, what we've decided is that also the applications are available at the stall here in the Queen's Hall, the Gwadiva Trade Fair, especially for those that might be attending and they are interested. They are more than welcome to visit the stall so that they can be able to receive it.
Wonderful.
The good thing is that the deadline is quite fast, so it's more than 2 months away. 17th of October is a deadline, so there is more than enough ample time for them to be able to really make their applications.
Wonderful. But outside of course, the TVET program, which I know was our main topic for this morning, I know NamWater, the North is quite a big market for NamWater as well. Quite a huge responsibility as well. I know you've had several undertakings to the North between last year and this year alone. You just talk to us about some of the inroads you've made, but also some of the challenges that you face as a national water utility, issues around vandalism, etc., and just how the general public is responding to that call.
No, thank you. I think last year, you remember rightfully, as you indicated, we had a groundbreaking ceremony that is for the Ndamanomhata project pipeline, but most of it was the first 17 kilometers from Ndangwa to Oshale. We are happy with the progress that has been made. We are around about 99% complete of the first phase, the first 17 kilometers that costed us, approximately 91 million. So we are hoping that obviously that can be commissioned sometime very soon, towards the end of this year. Additionally, the other inroads that we've made is Angwena Aquifer Well Field 2. We are also at 98%. We are hoping that will also be commissioned some this time. So those projects all together have costed government more than over 300 million, 350 million, almost close to 400 million. Again, sometime this 4 weeks ago, we had a groundbreaking for the extension of the Shakati water treatment plant to the value of more than 700 million. So again, that is one of the efforts of government to ensure that it attends the majority part of the North. This pipeline all the way coming from Kalawak and going all the way here, coming to Shakati, and then obviously sourcing out of giving water again to Oshkoda and Angwena fits approximately more than 500,000. And this even gets worse later in the year, but obviously especially starting from the months of October, November, December, there where the population more than doubled. But I think, I'm glad that you also asked the question on the issue of vandalism. I must indicate that we are really struggling, especially with the canal vandalism that's taking place in the Msati region. And more specifically, as of recently, it's a alarming number of vandalism that's taking place in terms of water infrastructure in the Rongo region, where copper wire is being stolen. It's not only not affecting NamWater, it's also affecting our partners like Senored, for instance, and also affecting recently, that is NamPower. Senored last 2 weeks ago, I think a week ago, indicated that they spend approximately 500,000 each and every year to repair. So it's really unpatriotic. I don't understand how a Namibian would want to destroy infrastructure that is meant to bring services much closer to people. So when you steal that infrastructure, it means you are disrupting water supply, you are affecting supply to hospitals, you are affecting supply to schools, and definitely you are putting the lives of many Namibians in danger just for the sake because you want to benefit surfacely from a small part of our infrastructure.
Very much indeed. Fortunately, we are pressed for time. You would understand at this point of the live television, but good to have you here, my brother.
Thank you so much.
And we certainly wish you all the best with your participation here at the Ngwadiva Annual Trade Fair and getting the message across to our public here.
Thank you so much.
There you have it. The head of public relations and corporate communications at the National Water Utility, that's NamWater, Ndamanomhata, is talking to us about their participation at this year's Ngwadiva Annual Trade Fair. Of course, the key feature is, of course, the promotion of the TVET program, which is currently underway under the NamWater HRDC program. If you are interested and, of course, meet the requirements, make sure you apply before the 17th of October, yes? And of course, make sure that you form part of this very important program, very impactful program. That essentially brings us to a close of our contributions of Good Morning Namibia here on the sidelines of the Ngwadiva Annual Trade Fair. We, of course, appreciate you joining us for this particular part, and we'll see you for the rest of the week as we continue to do so. But for now, from myself and Ndishisha Mfungu and the entire team, thank you so much. And if you are finding yourself in the vicinity of the Oshana region, please make a turn at the Ngwadiva Annual Trade Fair.